Does this work? I think so. Hi everyone! So today we're continuing with whatever we were doing the last time. It was a couple days ago now, and so I have to double check what I was doing there. I was creating spells. And we were at some point of creating spells. We haven't just started, but we haven't actually finished doing that. So let's continue. 1 second, let me put all the pages everywhere. Now that's good. Okay, so we made the throw-in and point of contact. Now we have to do overtime and gesture based. We also have to think something about gestures. Let's go into let's go back into writing code. You see .ui also gives the same error as the input system. This thing still gives the same error. I just try to not care about it too much, but that's disturbing. Okay, we have helpers, interactive object, point of contact spell. I assume I've completed writing this. So next will be overtime. Yeah, let's call it that way. And it's again interactive object on update. What? What? That's cool. I must have been really sleepy last time, cause point of contact spell that I was going to create, I actually created the overtime stuff. That is really nice of me. Stop interaction is casting, yeah. That's awesome. So now I just have to make this thing simpler by removing some code from it, which is really nice. So the problem here with this initiate throw-in and stop interaction and all that is that it will call stop interaction, but really the interaction should not stop, so I just cannot drop this item. It will still be connected to the hand and it should stay there. That's something we will solve a bit later today. But okay, let's go to the point of contact. What should happen here is that it should do its action on stop interaction. That's it. That's basically the entire logic. For cancel throw-in, it should... There are options. Now to think of it, there are options. First option is when user clicks the button, the spell will be cast. That's it. He cannot cancel it, he cannot do anything. But that makes his life miserable, which I don't want to do. So it means that cancel throw-in should do nothing. Do nothing. Initiate throw-in should do nothing again. Start interaction, yeah, this should stick. I probably also should put the parent slightly above. Three dot up. Something like this. Slightly above the hand. I'm not yet sure why I'm doing this. It's just a trick, but I'm using it everywhere, so let's stick to it. And I will use it here too. And in throw-in spell, there is nothing to create basically. Good. It's at least it's consistent. But otherwise, it shouldn't do anything. We should call do action without any updates. So here on stop interaction, it should say do action. Why? Do I need anything here? I don't. Good. So it will be this. Defined POC spell. POC, I like the word, though here it doesn't mean what it usually does. Good, then in update, if should destroy, then should destroy. Otherwise, do nothing. I should still keep the should destroy stuff and put it here. So it will destroy itself after stopping the interaction. Also, I should move transform.parent equals null just in case, without changing any positions or anything whatsoever. I'm just destroying this thing right now, but what I should do is move it to a different layer and play some animation, something like that. Actually, let's say we do it. Start, and then we'll set up narrator, I believe, the animation. Start animation. iEnumerator or iEnumerable, I'm not sure. Yield turn wait for seconds. Real time or just seconds? I'm not sure what's the difference. Let's say just seconds. Wait for seconds. Then spell duration, it's here, good. Suspend the current non-invocable member can be used like a method. What? This? No? What? Oh, okay, yeah. New wait for seconds, spell duration. This. And here we will start coroutine. This. Scan from method group to this. Yep, good. Here we'll say that so coroutines in Unity is a way to run something independently. It doesn't care about more or less, doesn't care about updates, doesn't care about stuff. And so it runs more or less in parallel to the main thread. And it's really convenient to specify something like this, because when coroutine reaches its end, it just ends, just stops. But while it's still running, it's more or less stable. There is a problem though. If someone calls stop all coroutines, running on this behavior, so that's good. This will be running on this object, so no one will be able to easily kill it. That's just what I need. Okay. And here I will spell finished. Good. Now we have those two parameters that I don't really need. What else? Should I start with having some animation over here? That doesn't really matter that much. And with overtime, I don't need any coroutines or anything, that's good. So, moving it down, gesture based. So let's think about gestures, what we want to do and how we want to do that. There are, again, options. We can track the movement of a mouse when we're casting, and that will work. That will just work. And then we'll do something like point of contact, but with movement stuff. And I think this is the easiest way to do this. Gesture spell. So I'm not really doing any well-defined gestures yet. I'm just letting user draw something. I will count it as if it's a circle. By a really easy matter. I'll just take averages from distances, and that's it. I have to think of how many frames I would let to draw something. Because let's imagine user holding his hand, holding the button forever, and me remembering all that stuff. This just won't work. Also, if I am expecting the user to draw a circle, then it should be somewhat circlish. Which means I should compare the starting point and the end point. Good. Let's do this. Time frame circular ray Q of vector 3, I think. Positions. Also, I was thinking about one thing. I'm putting everything to the same namespace, and I should not do this totally. So during the next cleanup, I should put everything into namespaces. And this is something really meaningful. It's this meaningful. Because at some point I will have a lot of code, and this all will get piled up. This should never happen. Sorry. Here. Okay. Then here I will need isCasting sting equals false. Then what I will do is if isCasting, then positions dot push, I believe. Yep, good. Time dot delta time and transform position. Then on awake public. Actually, it's spell duration is a different thing. Load max spell time equals 2 seconds. So let's say if you draw this thing for 2 seconds, 2 seconds is a lot. It's like 1, 2, you're really slowly drawing those circles. Then you're in trouble. Let's say 2 seconds. 2 seconds sound pretty fine. So here I'll say positions equals new. This stuff with max spell time, A, B into A plus B, A, B into A minus B. What do I get from this thing? I will have a sum of all the positions. If I divide them by the amount of positions, then I will get middle. That sounds good. That sounds like what I want. Also, I can calculate something like average square distance from the middle afterwards, and that will help a lot. That's good. That's what I want. Though, let's say private float, current max spell time, because I will want to debug this. And here I'll say max spell time. Then let's do this. Let's say private void initialize positions. And this. Then on start interaction, if this dot max spell time max tabs minus removing this current max spell time is more than constants really small, then we will just run initialize positions. That's good. Then to initiate throwing we should do nothing still. When we can, no, we should say is casting equals true. For cancel throwing we should say is casting equals false, and positions dot clear. On stop interaction we should not just start animation, we should pass extra parameter into the animation. So it should be vector 3 point float radius private virtual enumerator. Yeah, this is better. And here the same virtual. No? Cannot be oh yeah, sure. Protected. Yeah, here, protect. Protected means that it's not publicly available, but it's available to anyone who will try to inherit from this one. Here, let's do this. And there's 3. So middle point equals positions dot current sum divided by positions dot count, and distance equals 0f middle point dot for. No, it doesn't have the for each. No, because positions. Okay, it doesn't have for each too. Let's go to the circular array thing and add for each. Action t action, and we'll just call q dot for each action. That's it. No? Cannot convert to what? What? Oh, got it. S into action out of value. This. Okay. So here let's do for each. The action will be position, return, position minus middle point dot square magnitude. Oh yeah, we don't return anything. This, then what? Distance equals math.security from approach distance divided by positions.count. So we should do all this stuff only in case that count is more than 1. And so it's middle point, average distance. And also there should be more checks over here. Positions.count higher than 1. Also I should check here that something is happening. Dot is higher than 1. Okay. First equals positions dot. Oh damn. Okay. What's up? What is this? Oh yeah, I see. Good. Okay. So I will also need to access single element of whatever. Let's do it this way. Public static T operator this. How is that written? Int number, something like this. Now list to what? Operator plus must containing body int number. What is the syntaxes for this? Sharp right square brackets. Public T this int. Okay, good. Public T this int number. Like this. Yep. What's up? Must have at least one accessor. What? Property or indexer must have at least one accessor. What does that mean? Okay, but here I'll need to do this. And I will need to do some calculation around this stuff. Because it's not as simple as I would love it to be. So if this dot count, come on. What? This? Oh, I see get set. That's good. If I is less than is more or equal to count, throw a new argument exception. I cannot sys element out of bounds exception. Index out of range exception. Cannot access element this. Current count this. Then return real position equals current start plus I if position is bigger than max count, I believe. What is max count? Max size, max count. Yeah, good. Hey, Nicker. Good to see you. If real position is too big, then real position minus equals max count. And let's do it with while just in case. Return array real position. This. Okay. Now we have this. Now we add this. Turn q I dot ready. Now let's put it here on top because it's getter and setter. And here let's do the same. So what I'm doing right now is I'm adding some extra methods to my time frame circular blah 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 blah. Because I want to have a gesture, like the person draws a circle or something that is close to a circle, and the spell will be cast in that area. That's basically all I want to happen. And for that I will need direct access to some parts. So here I will do positions last equals positions out of positions dot count -1. And let's say public float max cast distance equals, let's see if they are more than 10 meters apart, then there is something wrong. Yep. And let's say it should be more than 3. First minus last dot square magnitude is less than, is more than max cast distance multiplied by max cast distance. It's less than. More, less, better. I should do this. It's less than 3, then return. Then I can do this. Okay, now it looks much better. But this stop interaction thing should return Boolean actually. Should go into the main interface that we have over here and transform it into Boolean. Because it will usually return true, for example here, because we dropped something and we dropped it. It's gone. That's good. Boolean. But, and for point of contact spell, it's simple too. Turn true. For throw and spell, nothing changes, as we know. But for overtime and gesture, if now for gesture, yeah, for gesture it should return false here, return false here. That would mean that the spell was not cast and we didn't let the object go, which means we're still holding it. We should cancel the entire interaction in that case. Here, if not should destroy, then return false. Something like this. There will be more cases in here. Turn true. But nevertheless. Now we can not cast something, but like we can prohibit someone from, we can prohibit player from stopping the cast. Means here on stop interaction, if stop interaction, then interactive object equals null. And here else interactive object equals null. Something like this. So we will decide that the object is gone if it stopped interaction successfully, or if it's really gone, there is no object anymore. Good. But now there is one more thing which we're missing. Let's imagine we're casting something over time and some, I don't know, lightning, and we're casting the lightning and all the sounds is happening, but then the lightning disappears, it wears off. The hand will still think that we're holding something, and that is not helpful. Let's say we give the we'll give the object the chance to say that it's not being cast anymore. How will we do that? Think we should create non-static method to stop interaction. And here we'll go stop interaction. Question mark doesn't make any sense. Like this. And we'll move all this code there. So I was thinking about some delegates or something, but I don't really see it as something necessary. Something like this. Okay, so now the overtime spell can stop casting itself. So it should destroy, yep, should destroy, do action, then should hand.stop interaction. This, good. Now, what it means that this thing will be destroyed on the next frame and it will be dropped on this frame, which seems to be fine. This casting doesn't matter over here, because we stop interaction only if we should destroy, only if it called itself. That's good. I guess this is all the prep work we have to do for spells. Oh yeah, I was thinking of one more stuff. Throwing spell should probably process, yeah, I even have a comment about this. But let's move to this a bit later. Let's test that all this stuff works properly. Go to, that was object spells, good. Prefabs, create new folder spells. Is there? Okay. And we will need to set up some spells. Something simple to test all three of them. Okay, let's do 3D object. I guess it's effect particle system. Yay, particle system. You see these. I'm not sure you can see this. Basically, there is a lot of really tiny letters in here. Everything you can define in particle system. And that is a big deal. And even smaller damn thing here. Meh. Pause, play. Where is my particle system? I mean, meh? Something's wrong with the editor? I don't see it here. That's funny. Okay. So duration, 5 seconds. That sounds fine. It should be looping. It should be pre-warmed. Lifetime, we'll think about it. 3D start size. 3D start rotation, flip start. So first, shape. First things first. Should be a sphere. Then the sphere of radius. Whoa. 3, 2, 3. Arc 360, random loop, spread 10. I don't know what that means. Okay. Position, rotation, align to direction. What is this? Oh, no, don't align. Spherized direction. 10. 100. What? What? What is this? Shape, gizmo, editing mode. Okay, got it. Shape, transform, position, transform, rotation, shape. Okay. Particle systems are awesome. I mean, this is a big deal. There is a lot of stuff happening over here. But it's so damn hard. Burst spread. Nah, terrible. Ping pong. Random. I want to make them face inwards. Bursts, okay. Um, 3D start size. 3D start rotation. Now start rotation 10. Okay, so it will make them all slightly rotated, which I don't care about yet. Start color. Something more to this spectrum. More to this spectrum, I think. Or even more interesting. Gravity modifier, simulation space, local. Oh, there are so many parameters. The last time I used this stuff, there were a lot of parameters. And now there is even more parameters. Stop action, disable, destroy, callback, cooling mode, I don't care, rain buffer mode, I don't care. There should be a way to... So, this gravity, there was some gravity somewhere. Simulation space, data, gravity modifier. If I put 100 in there, everything will just fall down. Which is kind of funny, but not something I want to happen. Can make them slightly move down. But yeah, I will figure it as at the moment I learn how to make them move inwards. So it's shape, emission rate over time, rate over distance, okay. Okay, curve velocity over time. In local space, orbital 10. That's good. That's good. Random between two constants. Let's say 4, 4, 4. What is the center of this thing? And 0, 0, 0. Okay, now I made them orbit stuff. But they're orbiting around something I don't understand. Your radial speed modifier 0. Yeah, I like the 0 modifier. That's fun. Radial 1, 0. Crap. Limit velocity over time. Spaced local linear. Okay, this is the velocity they gain over time. Which is kind of good, but not really what I needed to have. Inherit velocity, initial current multiplier 0. Okay, no. Lifetime force over lifetime. Size over lifetime. Yeah, I want to have size over lifetime. And they should get bigger. So now they appear as 0 but disappear as... Okay. Something like this, and I want to move this upwards. Hey, hello. There was a way to do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. C, 6, 4. Whoa, 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 4. Okay, good. Then... that doesn't matter. Rotation by speed, that's funny. Color by speed, color over lifetime, this is good. Gradient, yeah, that should be gradient. It should start with this bluish stuff. With this bluish stuff. This bluish stuff. Oh, I see. This bluish stuff. Something like this. And it should end with reddish something. Something like this, the heavy red. Why are they getting black instead of whatever? Okay, I see why. I need to add one more. Nah. How the alpha, good. Let's move it here. I still get more blacks than anything else. RGB. This is just alpha channel. 255, 255. Okay. That doesn't do anything. For some reason they are black. Why? What's up? What's wrong? I mean, red is the new black? Oh, I see. So this base color affects stuff. Good. No. Particle system. Probably you're still wondering what am I doing and why I'm doing this. Because it doesn't look like anything useful at the moment. This, then rotation by speed, external forces, influence filter, blah blah blah, collision, noise, nah, noise, oh that's nice, subemitter texture, slides, trails, whoa, wow, That's fun. That's really fun. I didn't expect that. Assign a trail material and render module. Okay, never mind. I don't like the trails. Right here. Renderer. Flip, allow roll, pivot, apply mask, cast shadows, shadow bias. Flexion probes. Okay. But again. 0. I don't need bursts, I just need them to be... I just need more of them. And I want... I see. 0 through 60. I see. This is the arc where they appear. This is a good arc. I just want them to face inwards. How do I do that? Two. Where's the... Oh, I see what this means. If time by emitter speed. It should be somewhere here in shape. I just don't know where. Sphere, hemisphere, position, rotation. Start and speed. Curve random between two constants. 5 and 10. Wait a sec. 0 minus 1. Okay, this is how it's done. So minus 1, minus 3. Okay, minus 1, 0. Something like this. Does this? Okay, got it. That doesn't matter. Start rotation, flip rotation, gravity modifier. Okay. So now I need to make them more condensed. Which means this speed should be smaller. They appear in a bit too far. They have velocity over time. 0. Crap. So they should have orbital velocity, but they should not have linear velocity. I want to make them orbit this place. And they do. It's just that the sphere is too big. No. Just they are too big. Oh, I see. Something like this. 2. Here, 0. No. Here it should be 1. Oh, I see. Like this. Let's do something like this. I still need to somehow condense them. It's too big of the stuff. Way too big. This will make them slower, and they're still moving out. Why? Start speed. Just constant 0. 1. Okay. 1.5. 1. 1.5. This is good. This is better. But loop ping pong spread 10. 0. Radius thickness 0. 10. I don't know what that means. Wait a sec. I should mean this. No, they still appear in weird spots. I don't know what's the problem with them. Should I just give up on this and stop doing this? I mean, I'm trying to make a fancier looking particle system and not this. To make it more like a ball of particles, I will actually need to use completely different approach. I will need to put some object inside and rotate stuff around it and put something on the object, because pure particle system just doesn't seem to work properly. It just doesn't seem to be useful. I mean, it's awesome. It can do really great stuff. But I like the subometers. So this is a number between nothing and 1. 0. Okay, it got better. Yeah, it got better. That's cool. Let's say 2 here. Okay. Then I will need them to be more blue than red, because otherwise they suck. Something like this. No, they're still moving out. How? What does make them move out from that sphere? Unity particle system sphere route. Moving a curve like around a sphere. No, I don't need to control it manually. Oh, it's 2012. Okay, good. Particle orbit. (2014). This is too old. This is way too old. How do I make particles? 2017. 2017 is better. There was a change in Unity where they... Oh crap. No, this is wrong. Where they invented a new particle system, which is this great. And before that, you couldn't do much stuff. But come on. I can add force over lifetime, basically. I see. How do I measure the force? Like what? That's not nice. Lifetime by meter speed, limit velocity over lifetime, inherent velocity, color, size. There was something about velocity. System velocity keep only let's say keep only what angular, orbital, radial, orbital. Okay, this will make them orbit around different spot. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny and cool. Looks like no one is having those problems right now. It's just me. Which means that I'm doing something wrong. Curve. I want something like a bit lower. Could it? Wait. Damn. -1. There was this great and, you know, awesome curve editor. Where is it? So I want them all to have the same what? What the? What? What the? What is happening? What is this? What? Oh, this is a completely different curve. Why the hell is it changing? Okay, and what is this curve? This is the... Oh, holy grail. Hide this. Thanks. Now I can understand what's happening. Nah, this is crap. This just doesn't work. Constant 0, 0, 0. Meh. Okay, let's just stop with this. Let's just believe that I'm no designer. And let's find something. My assets. What is there? Mechanism examples, stylized water texture. Vibrant texture sample. This looks good. I'm not sure where I used this, but I totally did. And if I used it somewhere, why not use it now? Ballpoint, graphite, energy cloud, energy point, test particles, fire layered. Okay, this all sounds good. I wonder where I have this asset from. I have some hesitation. Fire layered. No, no, no. What's up? It doesn't work? What the hell? Okay, the fire doesn't seem to work properly. I believe because renderer is set to something wrong. There is the shape. Test particles fire render. Shape emission. There is something that is not set. Render mode. Billboard, that's right. So let's say I select something different. What will happen? Nothing interesting. So this material is not the problem. This is the purple thing is a symptom of some shader failing to work. So let's say if I put what it was, mobile particles additive, standard. You see, it got much weirder. Particles, alpha blended. Okay, mobile particles additive, good. This purple thing is something different. I don't see where the particle system is. What is wrong with this editor? Nah, I have no idea where this is. Should I find some new asset? Because this one seems to be too old and now it's dead. Don't really like the idea. But looks like I will have to... Okay. This was a great particle system asset, but right now it doesn't seem to work, and let's not spend any more time on that. Let's go to Unity Asset Store, because we've already spent too much time doing this stuff. Fireball, projectile, fireball, spell wall, blah blah blah. Something, $29, sounds awesome. Yeah, they have a lot of projectiles and none of them are what I need, which is really funny. I need 3D. I need I want something free, please. Yeah, just two of them. Okay, good. Particle system curves. Again, let's look at the free assets only. Curl noise particle system. What is this? This looks nice, but I don't know what it is. Okay, looks funny, but okay. Advanced rain, simple dust, procedural fire, free magic aura. I remember looking at this asset at some point in my life. I have already been searching for this. I guess I'm searching for this every once in a while. Cure nice, okay, not interested enough. Let's see what happens here. Rain is good. Magic orb is good. Okay. But that's not enough. I like this fire. 2 fires, 1 explosion. Let's think about it. I guess the aura No, 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 no. I don't want to hear the music around this. Daily fantasy RPG effects. Those are cute. I like those. They're simple and cute. Let's download and try to see how that works for us. Import. I don't want the scene.unity. Let's just see what is in there. Should move all the imported stuff into import dot something. Star one. Let's see. Scene. Star one. Eh? What is this sphere? The hand. Okay, good. Okay. 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 This is not what I expected, to be honest. Oh, this is good. Let's make it looping. Play. Yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, this is also good. I just need to set... okay. I just need to say that this thing should... I guess it has size over lifetime. And... separate axis. There was cool curve editor. Where the hell is it? Random between two curves. So one of the curves is making something disappear and the other is making it appear back. This is good. This is close to what I want. Okay, let's revert everything. Make it looping again. Flip. I like this initial explosion. This initial explosion is probably a burst. Here it is. 2, 3. Okay, so if I just say rate over lifetime 2, what will happen? One cycle, count 5. There is probably some limit to their amount. Duration 3. Okay. Pre-warm. Okay, but there is some problem around here. 5 to 20. 5 to 20, I'm fine with that. I'm fine without gravity. I just don't see max particles 1000. Okay. Ish. Stop action, disable, destroy, callback. Okay, that's not it. Okay, let's remove the bursts. Why can I not remove the bursts? What the hell? What? Why? Cycles? Infinite? Yay! Okay, I'm not sure how this works and why, but I like this now. This looks good. Probably the limit of 1000 Probably I need to set duration longer. This thing looks like it's a bit too heavy on the processing side, but it looks good, I like it. I'll just use it everywhere right now. Yeah, I really like this stuff. Mutant can't be killed with trails, which is also nice. Good. But now, let's add component to this. So first, simple interactive object. Let's say that it requires component type of collider. Then it will require component type of rigid body. Then my rigid body will always be found. And I don't have to care about this stuff. And here is the same thing. Okay, good. So now I can add just this single component and not add anything else. Everything else will be edited automatically. No, I will have to add sphere collider first. Then I will say throw in spell, and it will add the rigid body. Good. Let's say it's 3, radius 2. A fireball of 3 kilograms. Sounds like fun. It uses gravity, it is kinematic at first. Then throw in spell, seconds to remember, 0.3 max modifier. I want to make this seconds to remember somehow generic, but I don't know how to make it generic. For now, let's do this. So this seconds to remember is actually not a parameter of our stuff that I'm throwing or anything. It's the parameter of the control, so of the hand itself. Which means I should move it out somewhere into the hand. How do I read it from the hand? Easily. Public boolean. So these interaction colors are temporary thing. Let's move them on the bottom. And here let's say public float throwing max throwing time equals 0.3 f. This tells how long we should keep the mouse button. Now let's go to this one and remove it from here. Here we'll use... Oh, I see the problem here. Okay, let's just not focus on this. Public const float, and here let's just use hand of this. Let's think I will not need it in the nearest future. Now just remove the whole block. Okay, now it's fine. Now it's out of there. Load, please. Thanks. Max angle, distance, max angle. Okay, so now we have this object that we'll call fireball. It's a throwable object. You can save it into a prefab right here. this variant. It's not variable variant, it's just variable. Then I need a way to cast it, so I need a way to instantiate this stuff right inside my hand. I want to do something really simple at first, so I can just validate that this works. Then I will probably need to create some factory for those. That will reuse all the stuff. Oh, I know what's the problem with those bursts. Interval probability is 0. Let's say 0.2, 0.2. I'm trying to make this count smaller than 100, because the more particles I summon, the heavier it is. So if I can change something without changing how it looks, that's good. Even though it's really premature optimization. Crap. What did happen? Play. Override supply. Okay, it works. What can I do about this thing? Where can I put it? And okay, at first let's just place it somewhere. Yeah, I'll just put it as a regular sphere somewhere over here. Then I will play and I will grab it. Easy enough? Nope, it's not that easy, because I cannot grab it, because it should be on interactive layer. No, don't change children, this is fine. Let's say apply all and do this again. Yay! Fireball! But now I need to learn to cast it. This was fun and all, but... So at first what would make sense is to just create hotkeys to cast something, and then move from hotkeys into something more useful. Because that's just the simplest thing ever. All control schemas. Can I delete some control schemas? Yep, good, thanks. Delete printings for if you select no, the pins will only be unassigned. Yeah, okay, sure. I just need to remove all the unnecessary controls I have over here, because I'm really tired of seeing them all every time. Keyboard / mouse, delete, yes. Those are some shooter controls or something, not strategic game. Why would I need them ever? This might be useful though, but meh. Let it all go, let it all go. Global, so okay, the XR doesn't have any controls? What? Okay. I'm not sure how to create VR controls in this thing, but one day I will learn. This. Then WASD. Can I just remove it? Good. Look, move. Let's remove this too. And move. Again, not using this. Now it feels cleaner. And also there is UI part, which I don't have, actually. And I will remove it. I have a feeling that I should not remove this, but come on. Right now I'm not using this, and when I will know how I want to use this, I will just copy it from somewhere or edit manually and spend extra couple hours on this. Okay. So here, let's say, let's call it gas fireball, and let's bind it to the keyboard by location of a key, by character mapped to key. What? By location, by character. I want to set it up, basically. What? It's just so slow? What is happening? Where's my Chrome? Yeah, here it is. Unity... New input system sign remap keys. Something like this. How do I remap? Remap button clicked. Action to rebind with controls excluding mouse on mage. Wait for another start. Okay, this sounds pretty simple. Okay. Input action perform interactive rebinding. Okay, that sounds good. Then I can use anything here. One. The keyboard. I'd like to see more of the stuff, but okay, that's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't. Just stop looking so scary. This. Yeah, now there is a small error. Implement interface. On move. I can remove this, because it's actually not used. On mouse scroll, on cast fireball. Good. Let's say I will put... Okay. As we're doing some temporary stuff, game object, fireball, prefab, equals no. That doesn't matter. And here dot get position, turning on dot identity, null as parent, and I think that's enough. It should return me a game object. And dot. Oh, I have this issue. Haha. Oh, that's a problem. So right now I'm grabbing based on interaction. I mean, based on what where I'm holding the mouse. But I need to learn to grab something that is in some unrelated position. So for that, what I will need to do is I want to do this, and I will add game object object to grab. and it should not be grab, it should be something about interaction. Highlight, interact. Here it is. So public static bool interact game object obj bool left equals false. Then var hand equals get hand left. Probably should move this into one more private method. What is the good place to put private methods? I think right above statics. Here. Private will interact. We do this. Instead of hand, we'll do nothing. So the issue that I had is that to interact with the hand, I'm using raycasting. To interact with some object, I'm using raycasting, and I'm interacting with whatever was hit by that raycast. When I'm casting a spell, there is nothing to raycast on. I just create something right in the hand. So I need to do something about this. Get hand left. Okay, so here I'll say hand.interact. Then interact, interactive object, possible interaction object. So I need to set this thing, and then everything will be fine. Possible interaction object is game object. That's predictable. Predictable is good. Hand dot equals obj. Hand dot interact. Something like this. Return hand dot interact. And here return get hand dot interact. What? This. Like this. Let's see if it works. If it works, that would be awesome. Like, I've spent several, like, couple minutes setting this up. I never expect things to work this fast. Cannot find action track device or... Okay, whatever. I hope that doesn't matter much. Otherwise that would mean that I broke the editor part of window, which wouldn't be nice. Okay, let's do this. One. Wow. That is slightly not what I expected, but it looks awesome. Yay! More fire! That's cute, that's cute. I like it. So first, interactive objects, that's fine. That's good layer, everything's good. It looked like there are some colliders inside. No, none, none. Good. This is the explosive part. Oh, I see. So if I say this to infinite, particle 0, because it's not looping. And here infinite, and play. Yay! It will explode with pulsation. This is cute. So let's... Why can't I remove this item? Okay. Say 2, let's say 0. Cool, thanks. 10 and infinite and interval, something like this. Do I really need this particle system? I don't think so. Just let's remove it for good. What is happening? Play, please. Thank you. Oh, I see. So I'm editing a different prefab. How does this work? Explode. So it thinks as if I'm in a different prefab, which is weird. And it cannot be deleted or moved, and it cannot be reordered. Okay, cool, I can create a separate object. Can I somehow easily do this? So I need an object that will not be connected to any prefab. Is it possible to select variant? Huh. Original prefab? I got it. What's the difference? So this thing will let me actually modify this particle system. No, it will not. What the hell? So this prefab is really reusing different prefab? That's nice. I didn't know Unity can do this. It never did before. But that's cute. How the hell do I override this? Look at this. What's wrong with music today? I didn't want that many words in my music. Okay, whatever, that's fine. So I suddenly faced a problem that I cannot remove part from this prefab without breaking the initial one, and it doesn't make any sense at all. Like, absolutely no sense. There should be something. Okay. Unity attach prefab. How to detach an object from prefab? Select game object, break prefab instance. Huh? What? Where? In the top menu, game object, break prefab. Create, center, move, align, toggle. No. There is no such button. As usual, 2012. Good. Unity 2020, please. 2016. 2018. Break prefab. Right click, unpack. Unpack prefab completely. No overrides, revert, apply. Where do I click the right mouse button? Prefab. unpack completely. Yay! So now I can do whatever. And now I can save it separately. And it actually now shows that it's not connected to any other prefabs. That's cool. Awesome. I actually like this. That's really great that they are reusing their prefabs. This was not the thing 5 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago it wasn't a thing. This. Now there are still some issues. First, when I cast this fireball, for some reason I have 3 of them. That can easily be fixed with PC controls. If context.cancelled. So, as my investigation shows, this button will be cancelled when I release the button, regardless of what was happening around that moment. Now let's do it. Yeah, at least it's one of them now. But you see, it's still like I can create those, but I cannot hold them right away because grab is the wrong thing. Interact with object. This. Let's see. That's funny. Okay. And then the hand dot is interacting or something. Highlight if interactive object. Public static bow is interacting. Bow left equals false. And return get hand left dot active object is not equal to null. And it's not interacting. If anyone who's watching is interested in some prehistory on why I'm doing this and what I'm actually doing right now, you can just ask a question in the chat. Don't hesitate. Okay, so now I can control the fact. So they will not be spawned if I'm throwing something already, but they will be. They're not getting interacted with. Let's see why. Highlight interaction. Interact. I need interact. So it has interactive object. It's not equal to null. Let's see, I think I know what's the problem here. Spell speed, max angle, ohm. Okay, so it does need long interaction. It didn't yet awake at that point. Okay, so the problem that it didn't yet awake. Now, it should have awoken. It should have woken. It's not that problem. I've woken. I will not. Yeah, and here on start interaction, I'll say trying to interact. Okay, yeah. If it haven't awoken yet at that point, then it would have thrown null reference exception for my rigid body. It didn't. I don't have any errors in the log. So it's not that. One. Awoken trying to interact. What the hell? Trying to interact with what? Awoken trying to interact. Okay. And then on right mouse button for some reason it tries to interact again. Because it's set to something. Okay, I can see why this happens. So it's trying to interact. It gets connected and all that. Wait a sec. No. Wrong buttons. Shift F12. If not needs long interaction, then it's no, and it's no. Why do I check it this way? Is there anywhere else I'm using this? No. Why do I need it? Say boolean here. And I will just return whatever is necessary. Return true. Return false. And here it's again boolean return true. This is boolean return true. I didn't yet make any stuff that doesn't need long interaction, like some helping things or something you can touch but cannot pick. Didn't do anything. I like that. Full max spell time minus. Okay. Oh, I see what's the problem. I'm doing wrong thing right now, like everywhere. Oh, I got it. So yeah, I still need to restore this. So this interactive object, it's not start interaction, it's initiate. Fuck. Okay, good. Everything's fine, everything's fine. So this should not be here. This should be here. No? Oh yeah, I see what this is. This is not relevant at all. Okay, I guess I should be wrapping up the stream because I'm getting a bit too sleepy. I will just complete this part and then we'll wrap it up for today. I'll need to write down what I need to take a look at next. Okay. So the problem with this interact, but I still have no clue what the exact problem is. Trying to interact, but it doesn't really hold the object. Long interaction. Let's try it this way. Play. Okay, so this is for some reason short interaction, but it's based off that stuff. Haha. Short interaction. Throw in spell. Cannot be a part of abstract class, so. Ha. So the problem that this thing is sure that it returns false. The hand. The hand, okay. Move hand. Okay. So start interaction. This is never null. This is not how stuff works. At least I hope this is never null. Let's add some validation for this. Blah, blah, blah. I hope this is not the case. Really hope. Okay, it's not null. Then I'm here. Rigid body, rigid body, rigid body. Everything seems to be fine. What? I'm here. That's good that you're there. So it returns true. But this thing doesn't care. Okay, let's add some logs. Object is possible interaction object dot name. Type is type of name of. No, type of. Interactive object. To string. Let's try checking this out. And if it doesn't work, I have no clue. Clone. Type interactive object. Don't like that the type is interactive object. But okay. Object is simple interactive object. Let's try this. I just don't get it at all. I mean, it just returns stuff that I don't expect it to return. I'm here. Fireball type true. Good. I guess something else is being called. Maybe base. But now this is the first override. Okay. I guess that's it right now. We'll move this down. The next thing is to logic to interact with affectable objects, which kind of makes sense. But first, debug throwing spell. It doesn't stick to the hand, as if it returns false or wrong. Wait a sec. This. No. That is good. Like everything's happening properly here. And it is not now, I suppose. So there is some other problem. Let's check what I have. Is grabbing is enabled, possible interactive, that's it. So when we highlight interactive object, if it's not interactive, then interactive object equals null. If possible interaction object is not equal to interactive object. Okay, so yeah. The possible problem is that this highlight interaction happens in between the the game object creation, but it cannot, because I'm explicitly saying how to do that. And I'm sure that this thing is happening. Okay, so this behavior is correct. Again, I need to stop this. It doesn't stick to hand. I have no idea why. I need to debug this. Because here on start throwing, highlight interaction, interact, stop, start throwing. In which case do I call this? I call this from some specific controller, from hand interaction controller. Here it is. Yay! Got it. So the problem is not the hand, the problem is the state machine. Here on right mouse button, I can there is an option that I will do something. So if it's movement, then interaction controller dot process mouse down. Here it is. Button is pressed equals true, and I guess this is the main part. If it's not interacting, then interact. So here I should check that it's not in. I should make it a more proper state system, and it's not rectif. What? Interaction controller dot is interacting. Okay, it's not button is pressed. What the hell? Okay, not button is pressed. It gives me. Does this is interacting then? Let's make it public too. Just reuse it. Don't realize. Okay, whatever. Yeah. So here it's not buttons pressed. And not current controller is locked. I totally should move this into a proper state system, because this is getting ridiculous. Oh, I cannot move this because it's a different thing completely. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. Got it. But here, inside this interaction controller, should I just set it to true? That's it. Hand.interact. Okay, let's say this. Bool says manual interaction if no ifs. Game object is interacting equals and dot interact with this object. Button is pressed is probably false. I don't care what it returns. But let's make it look like I do. So it's like the mouse up action, but more manual. And let's do this here. Interactive controller dot just manual interaction with this object. So if current controller is not locked, means we're not in some weird state. The hand is not interacting, which we don't care anymore, because this thing knows better. Not button pressed. Okay. I bet we haven't covered all the corner cases, and I should think about something around it. But now we can cast the fireball and throw it away. This was weird. All the forces are too high, like way too high. But this feels good, throwing those things. Even though they don't have any interaction yet, I'm just throwing them. Cool. So let's remove this step then. And think of a way to cast slash and cast spell. Let's move it down here. So trails, fireball with stones. So what should happen? On the ground it should leave trails. With stones it should set them on fire, and they should disappear somewhere with all the collisions happening. That's it. Okay, let me make sure Unity saves everything, open the GitHub and push it in there. Starting spells. Good. Thanks everyone for watching. See you tomorrow, I hope, and have a good day.